Today, we're taking a moment to honor a true icon, a voice that has been the soundtrack to countless lives. This is our tribute to the life and unparalleled legacy of the one and only Asha Bhosle. It's news that's hard to even process. The music world is in mourning because the legendary Asha Bhosle is no longer with us. For so many of us, she wasn't just a singer. She was a part of our lives, an absolute institution. Born back on September 8, 1933, her journey came to a peaceful end on April 12, 2026. Reports say she passed away at the age of 92 due to multi-organ failure. What a life, and what an incredible, long-lasting career. So, to really understand the legend she became, you have to go right back to the beginning. Her story kicks off in a family where music wasn't just a passion, it was everything. She was born Asha Mangeshkar, and it's like she was destined for a life in song. Her very first teacher was her own father, in a family that was just steeped in musical tradition. She'd eventually earned the nickname the Queen of Indian Pop, but her journey started right there at home, often alongside her famous older sister, Lata. But then, when she was only 9 years old, her entire world was just shattered. Her father, a talented classical singer and actor himself, passed away. And that one tragic event, well, it changed everything for her and her family. Suddenly facing incredible hardship, she and her sister Lutta had to step up. They started singing professionally, not because they were chasing fame, but out of pure necessity. They had to support their family. And believe it or not, it was from that moment of tragedy that two of India's greatest musical careers were born. As she got older, Asha really started to carve out her own space. This wasn't just about her career. It was about this fierce, independent spirit that would really become her trademark. So, her career officially starts with a Marathi song in 1943. 5 years later, she makes her Hindi debut. But then, at just 16 years old, she does something that really showed who she was. She eloped with Asha Bhosle, going completely against her family's wishes. That right there tells you everything about the independent streak that defined her entire life. Now, on the professional side, a huge moment came in 1952. She met the music director O.P. Nair, and he was the one who saw something different in her. While her sister Lata was the dominant voice, Nair helped Asha find her own identity, something modern, a little sultry, and completely unique. And you know what? That distinct style caught on, and it caught on fast. The legendary Raj Kapoor signed her for the movie Boot Polish, and her duet with Mohammed Rafi, Nanhe Munne Bache, just exploded. It was a massive hit, and it put her squarely on the map as a force to be reckoned with in playback singing. But the most legendary partnership of her entire life, both in the studio and out of it, well, that was still to come. And it had a name, R.D. Burman. I mean, you gotta picture it. When they first crossed paths, they were in totally different places. She was already a big star, a mother of two, trying to manage a tough first marriage. And he was this young, brilliant talent who had actually dropped out of school to follow his passion for music. But their connection was just electric. She had this affectionate nickname for him, Bubs, and creatively, they were just on another level together. They finally got married in 1980, a true partnership of two musical geniuses, even with him being 6 years younger. And the music they made? Wow. It was the sound of the 70s and 80s. Songs like Pya Tu Ab To Aaja and the game-changing Dum Maru Dum, they showed off her incredible versatility and his revolutionary production. Their songs are absolute classics, even today. Of course, there was so much more to her than just the music. Behind all those hits was a real life, a family life, that was full of incredible talent, but also just heartbreaking loss. I mean, look at this. Music was literally in her blood. Her father, all of her siblings, they were all artists. But her life was also marked by so much pain. She went through a tough divorce, lost her soulmate, Artie Burman, way too early, and then faced the unimaginable tragedy of losing two of her own children.
So, how do you even measure a career like hers? Her impact is, impossible to fully capture, but if you just look at the numbers, well, they tell a story that is absolutely staggering.
Let's just start with this one. She recorded over 2,000 songs. Just think about that for a second. The sheer volume of work is just mind-blowing, spanning every genre and decade you can imagine. And we're not just talking quantity here. The quality was consistently brilliant. She took home 7 Filmfare Awards for Best Female Playback Singer and 2 of the super prestigious National Film Awards. And beyond just winning for specific songs, the industry honored her with the biggest awards possible. The Dadasaheb Phalke Award, a Filmfare Lifetime Achievement Award, these are the highest honors in Indian cinema, cementing her as an absolute titan. And all those decades of nonstop work and incredible success, well, they were also reflected in her finances. Reports estimated her net worth to be around 220 crore rupees. But her greatest legacy might just be her timelessness. She was one of those rare artists who could not only survive, but thrive in any era. She worked with the old school legends like S.D. Burman, and then turned around and made magic with modern geniuses like A.R. Rahman. Her voice was truly eternal. Her music has been there for us through everything. Celebrations, heartbreak, you name it. So that really leaves us with just one question for you. Out of the thousands of incredible songs she gave us, which one is your all-time favorite?